Back in 2019, Dubai made headlines with the announcement of an ambitious project, the Burj Jumeirah. Set to be one of the tallest buildings in the world, this magnificent tower was set to become an iconic landmark, further enhancing the city's already famous skyline. However, just 1 year after the grand reveal, the project suddenly vanished into the air, leaving many wondering what had happened to this massive skyscraper. In this video, we'll go through the mysterious story of the Burj Jumeirah and explore other super tall skyscrapers that suffered a similar fate. So buckle up and let's get to the bottom of this intriguing mystery. What is the Burj Jumeirah? In January 2019, the Burj Jumeirah was unveiled as an iconic addition to the bustling downtown Jumeirah district. Rising to a height of 550 meters, the tower's stunning design draws inspiration from the harmonious ripples of desert dunes. Its exterior is adorned with digital displays that pulse and glow with light, creating a mesmerizing effect. Visitors can enjoy unparalleled views of Dubai from the tower's sky lounges and sky restaurants that offer breathtaking sights of the cityscape. The Burj Jumeirah's top floors, known as the Crown, are a prime location for extravagant parties and events. However, the tower's most distinctive feature is the vertical void that runs down its middle. This unique design provides panoramic views of the city from every angle, and unlike traditional skyscrapers, thousands of windows line the inside, further enhancing the view for people on the ground. The void also frames other famous landmarks, such as the Burj Al Arab, making it an ideal spot for photographers and tourists. Furthermore, the Burj Jumeirah's foundation was styled to match Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid's fingerprint, Dubai's current ruler, and the tower's main supporter. This design element is a tribute to the Sheikh's influence on the modern state and symbolizes his vision of innovation and progress. The announcement of the Burj Jumeirah sparked a media with a viral video showcasing breathtaking views of Dubai, such as a magnificent fountain and a base jumper leaping off the tower. Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, the architects responsible for the project, and Dubai Holding, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid's personal investment company, released press statements declaring that the tower would be completed in 2023. As the year has finally arrived, people are curious about the tower's whereabouts, prompting the question, where is the Burj Jumeirah? The Burj Jumeirah Tower is set to grace a prime location opposite the Mall of the Emirates, just a stone's throw from the iconic Burj Al Arab. Although construction on this impressive tower only commenced in 2019, satellite images reveal the initial groundwork taking shape, including construction equipment and a track leading to the nearby Sheikh Zayed Road. However, the site has remained deserted since 2020, and Dubai Holding has removed all references to the tower from its website, without providing any explanation or public statement. The tower's architects, Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, have also remained silent on the matter, declining to comment since the original announcement. So, what happened to the project? To put it simply, the project was abandoned early in 2020, coinciding with the outbreak of the much-anticipated COVID pandemic. The global economy was hit hard, and Dubai was no exception. During this period, many major projects, such as the massive Dubai Creek Tower, an observation tower with ambitions of becoming the tallest structure on the planet, were put on hold. However, the situation may be more nuanced than it first appears. The chairman of the company is behind Dubai Creek Tower. Mohammed Al-Abar said, "We don't build anymore. The government entities decided to stop new developments almost a year back, but COVID definitely put the brakes on them." In other words, while the pandemic didn't help the situation, the decision to put this tower on hold was made significantly earlier. One of the reasons for this is the fact that prices of homes and offices throughout Dubai have been plummeting since 2014. It's basic supply and demand. As more and more properties are built in the region, it's harder to keep prices high. Cutting back on development projects and restricting supply is the easiest way to get the market going again. But if the Burj Jumeirah is also on hold until the property market settles down again, why did the companies behind it not release an official statement? Mohammed Al-Abar at MR Properties was transparent about the fate of the Dubai Creek Tower. Other development companies working on similar projects also made public statements. But Dubai Holding just deleted the Burj Jumeirah from their website, as though they wanted to pretend that the plans had never even existed. Might there still be another layer to all of this? The land where the Burj Jumeirah was meant to be built has also seen a number of other failed constructions in the last few years, all of them coming from the people at Dubai Holding. In 2012, they announced a plan to build the Mall of the World, the largest shopping center on the planet, on the exact same site as later the Burj Jumeirah. But this plan was quickly abandoned. A few years later, it was replaced by another project proposal by the name of Jumeirah Central. This was also meant to be a giant shopping center with an initial budget of about $20 billion. But again, it wasn't long until Jumeirah Central was abandoned. At the same time, a number of key executives left Dubai Holding, including Morgan Parker, the chief operating officer, who handed in an official resignation. It's impossible to know what went on behind the scenes, but for whatever reason, the management team at Dubai Holding doesn't seem to agree on the future direction of this construction site in downtown Jumeirah. First, they abandoned the Mall of the World. Next, they abandoned Jumeirah Central. Now they abandoned the Burj Jumeirah. Maybe this site will never be home to a finished project. Concerns have been raised about Dubai's heavy reliance on publicity and hype to attract tourists and investors. The repeated cancellations and abandoned mega-projects, such as the Burj Jumeirah and Dubai Creek Tower, may cause people to lose interest in the region. This could make it challenging for future ambitious projects to gain traction, as potential investors and tourists may be hesitant to get excited about ventures that are unlikely to be completed. Dubai faced a similar situation 15 years ago, when several super-tall skyscrapers, including the Dynamic Tower, were abandoned due to the global financial crisis between 2007 and 2010. To prevent similar outcomes in the future, it is crucial for Dubai to ensure that mega-projects are well-planned and adequately funded. Dubai's grand vision to erect some of the world's tallest skyscrapers came to a halt during the financial crisis, resulting in the abandonment of several projects. The Pandominium, a towering skyscraper, has been in limbo since 2011, with only 22 floors completed and no progress made on the remaining 100 floors. Financial limitations also resulted in the abandonment of Dubai One Tower, a proposed mega-tall building with a height of at least 600 meters, and Nickel Tower, with a height of almost 1,500 meters, was set to exceed the Burj Khalifa's height and would have been the first ever building to exceed 1 kilometer. The global economic downturn made it unfeasible to construct such ambitious and costly structures. In 2009, Dubai experienced significant setbacks as almost 60 construction projects were stalled, which resulted in a loss of trust among investors and tourists. Nevertheless, the opening of the Burj Khalifa in 2010 revived the city's reputation. The completion of the Burj Khalifa was uncertain, and the entire project was on the verge of being abandoned like many others, until Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the former president of the United Arab Emirates, provided an $80 billion loan. Without his generous intervention, the project would not have been realized. The official opening of the Burj Khalifa marked the end of a 6-year project and captured the world's attention. In recognition of Khalifa's significant support, the tower was renamed from Burj Jumeirah to Burj Khalifa. Tourists from all over the world were mesmerized by the Burj Khalifa, which held the title of the tallest building in human history. Other incomplete projects, such as Nickel Tower and Pantominium, were forgotten as the Burj Khalifa left a lasting impression on visitors. The Burj Khalifa's success fueled a construction boom, leading to the development of towering skyscrapers like Princess Tower and Marina 23. However, recent project cancellations, including the Dubai Creek Tower and the Burj Jumeirah, have shaken the confidence and interest of investors and tourists, resulting in less excitement. Nevertheless, the announcement of a groundbreaking project similar to the Burj Khalifa in 2010 could reignite global interest and spark renewed investment. Are you still thrilled when Dubai unveils its latest mega-projects, or do you doubt their feasibility, given past failures such as the Burj Jumeirah? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.